Most homeowners think the first question they should ask when they're considering moving up is, what can I afford? But in reality, that's usually the wrong question. A much better question is, what price range should I move up to? Because just because a lender says you can afford a certain payment doesn't automatically mean that's the right move for your family, your lifestyle, or your long-term financial goals. If you're living in Hugo, White Bear Lake, or anywhere in the Northeast Twin Cities metro, and you're thinking about upgrading to a larger home, a newer home, a better neighborhood, or simply a home that fits your lifestyle better, this video is for you. I'm Boyice Williams with eXp Realty, and my goal is helping you make the right move. Let's jump in. One of the biggest mistakes I see homeowners make is focusing entirely on the maximum loan amount a lender approves. The bank might approve you for a payment that's much higher than what you're comfortable making every month. Just because you can buy a certain home doesn't necessarily mean that you should. The goal isn't to buy the biggest house possible. The goal is to improve your lifestyle while still sleeping well at night. When I work with move-up buyers, I usually encourage them to start with their desired monthly payment rather than a purchase price. Think about what feels comfortable, not what the bank says, not what your friends say. What feels right for your family? Once we know that number, we can work backward and determine a realistic price range. The next thing we need to do is to understand how much equity you have in your current home. This is where many homeowners are pleasantly surprised. Over the last several years, many Hugo homeowners have built substantial equity through appreciation and mortgage paydown. I've had homeowners discover they have $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, or even more available after selling. That equity often changes the entire conversation. For example, let's say your current home is worth $500,000. Maybe you owe $300,000. After paying off the mortgage and selling expenses, you might walk away with well over $150,000 available toward your next purchase. That can significantly reduce the payment on your next home. The next factor is understanding what you're moving up for. This is where the conversation gets interesting. Are you looking for more square footage, a larger lot, a new home, a better location, a 3-car garage, a finished basement, a home office, maybe a neighborhood with walking trails, a better fit for your children's activities? The answer matters because different priorities affect pricing differently. Sometimes a homeowner thinks they need to jump from $500,000 to $800,000 to get what they want. Then we start looking at options and realize they can achieve nearly all of their goals at $625,000 or $650,000. Other times we discover the opposite. What they truly want may require a larger jump in price than expected. That's why it's important to look at real homes instead of guessing. One thing I encourage buyers to do is compare 3 price ranges. Let's say you're considering an upgrade. We might look at homes around $600,000, then $700,000, then $800,000. The difference becomes very clear. Sometimes the jump from $600,000 to $700,000 is dramatic. Other times the additional value is surprisingly small. Seeing the actual homes helps you determine where the sweet spot is. Another factor that many people overlook is ownership costs. Your mortgage payment is only part of the equation. Property taxes matter. Insurance matters. Homeowner association fees matter. Maintenance costs matter. Utility costs matter. A larger home may come with larger ongoing expenses. That's why we evaluate the complete financial picture instead of focusing solely on the sale price. I also encourage homeowners to think about the future. Will this next home work for 5 years, 10 years, maybe even 15 years? The goal is not simply to move. The goal is to move into a home that serves your family well for years to come. Sometimes spending a little more now prevents another move in a few years down the road. One of the things I enjoy most about helping move-up buyers is showing them options they didn't realize existed. Many homeowners assume they're priced out of a certain neighborhood on certain types of homes. Then we run the numbers and discover they're much closer than they thought. Others believe they can comfortably afford much more than what makes sense. That's why having a plan matters. Every situation is different. Your equity is different. Your income is different. Your goals are different. And your ideal price range should reflect that. If you're wondering what price range makes sense for your next move in Hugo, White Bear Lake, or the surrounding Northeast metro area, I'd be happy to help you map it out. No pressure, no obligation, just a clear strategy based on your specific situation. Quick question for you. If you could change one thing about your current home tomorrow, what would it be? More space? A better location? A larger yard? A newer home? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear what's motivating your next move. And if you'd like help figuring out what price range makes sense for your next home, send me a DM with the word move. I'll help you build a personalized move-up strategy so you can make the right move.